at the end of the day, it's still the best. Okay, let's go to college for a second, really, really quick, and I know, Chandler, you're big on this stuff, but Darryn Peterson is making some more news lately. It's not necessarily great. He's obviously hell of a player, but on Wednesday he only played 18 minutes, hits a three, then signals over to his coach, Bill Self, and has him removed from the game. Now, this would not normally be a story. However, it's not the first time it's happened. He was a late scratch against Arizona. He's only played 30 or more minutes 6 times so far this season. People are making some comparisons that aren't necessarily favorable, Chandler, and he's still the favorite to be number 1, but are you starting to have weird doubts?
No, and the fact of the matter is he could not play another college basketball game and go number 1 or number 2 in this draft, and this kid is dead nice. He is one of the next great guards, I think, in the NBA, and I don't really even understand the whole video thing where like he points and taps Bill Self. Like, I get it. There must have been something that's going on and some sort of arrogant kind of gesture that he made because Bill Self hated it and took him out of the game. And there's been history with this guy. He's just told at halftime, I'm not playing the second half. And obviously he's been milking injuries, but he's a shoe lock-in number 1, number 2 pick. This guy's not going to play every single game. He doesn't have to. He's making a lot of money now with NIL, so there's standards and there's expectations when you make that type of money now. But I didn't understand the whole beef with the pointing thing, and I get that, but.
Because he's done it a lot. He's done it several times.
Chandler, don't play another game. You'll still go number 1 or 2.
It's an issue. It's an issue because his agent and the GM of Kansas, they've been seen having conversations during games, and shortly after those conversations, he either comes out of the game or he doesn't play anymore. And I agree with you. He's probably going to be a top 3 pick no matter what. But young fella got to set a standard. Like, we can't do this to the game. You gotta set a standard. You know, I understand that this is new territory. This is uncharted water that we're seeing, but you gotta show us. Like, you gotta go out there and prove your worth. Like, you can be the number 1 pick and still be forgotten in the NBA. You still can be forgotten if you're the number 2 pick in the NBA. You got to go out there and show and prove. So, you know, I'm not a huge college basketball fan, but I am fan enough to know who are the top guys, and I want to see their availability. What are you doing to draw excitement or any good vibes towards your way? If I'm a fan and I want to get behind your brand, I don't even know what your brand is, and so we are in some. Yeah, we're in some tricky spaces right now. So that's the issue, Chandler. Like, when you shoot a 3, and as soon as you make a 3, you want to come out of the game. It's like, the world that I know, you don't want to hit another 3. Like, you don't want to.
You don't want to do that more.
And you don't want to show up your coach. That's, by the way, a legendary coach.
That's a legend, by the way. Yeah.
And by the way, he's awesome. Like, and it's like, you don't want, like, it feels like Ace Bailey. Like, I feel like there's just like this negative energy around this guy before he makes it, gets to the NBA. It's like, just stop. I agree, but just stop. You're so talented. You were going to be a top pick regardless. Whether you play another college basketball game at Kansas or you don't, or you do or you don't, you will be a number 1 or number 2 pick regardless. So don't have this reputation before you even get to the league that anything negative, and let anybody say anything that could possibly, you know, alter your career and your trajectory of where you're going. So I agree with it's not a good look, but man, this kid is so talented and he's so good, and he's going to be a hell of a player.
I think he's the most talented guard, you know, not mentioning a Darius A. Cuff or Flemings from Houston, even a LeBaron Fallon from Alabama, my young boy out of the city. So I do think this is a very, very talented draft, but I do think he's one of the top guards in it. And I think he's, from what I'm seeing, and I'm on the outside looking in, this is all speculation and opinion, but this is obviously some sort of a long-term plan as far as always being able to give a sample size, but not giving the entire entree. And it's like he wants to show flashes of the talent, but also it seems to be a long-term plan in place as far as, you know, taking that next step to the NBA and continuing on with his career. Am I saying this is the correct plan? No. But I'm assuming that this is some type of plan that him and his team have moving forward. But for me, I'm more so with Lou. And obviously this isn't my era of basketball as far as the NIL and all that, but I do know when it comes to NIL, it's obviously a contract. You sign that contract, And with that, you have responsibilities within it. And his responsibility is to go play basketball. So if you are available, I believe you should be on the court playing. And it's not, and obviously, your plan is important. I respect the plan. You as an individual in your career is important. I respect that. But you also have to respect everybody else in that locker room. And most of all, a Hall of Fame coach in Bill Self. I don't think he deserves that. So for me, I feel like if this was the route that they wanted to go as far as carving out his long term, then maybe the G League could have been a better option as far as, showing flashes, preparing them for the long term, obviously having communications behind the scenes with these different NBA teams. I just felt that would have been a more proper route compared to kind of sabotaging the college game the way they have so far. So that's really my only issue.
Yeah, because guys, if you're his teammate,
if I'm his teammate, I'm pissed. Especially
first of all, if I'm his teammate, I'm pissed. If I'm any of the Kansas alumni that I've put in on his NIL, I'm pissed.
Boom.
It's like I've never seen so many college coaches frustrated in a season after games than I have this year.
Crashing out everywhere.
They are losing it because we got to find. I said there was a lot of gray areas with this NIL thing. It's a ton of gray areas. We got to figure out where do we go from here. Now we got guys dictating how much they're going to play. They got representation that's actually having input on things. Like there is a level of entitlement that some of these guys have earned. But what do you do with that entitlement? Knowing that you can go in and out of a game, I want to show my teammates that I'm steadfast with y'all. I want to show my coach, like, I know I'm going number one, but I'm really like that. I want to go out and be the best player that I can be at this moment. Right now, we don't have anybody that cares about being in the moment. Everybody is looking to the future. And sometimes it's brighter and sometimes it's not. Who's going to be in the moment and show us you're great right now? And so, this is not just about Darryn Peterson. It's just about how we're going to carry it moving forward. Because you're not going to be able to do that at the you're not going to be able to do that at the NBA level until you get to a certain place at the NBA level. We're not having this conversation about you, young guy. Like rookie, second year, we don't care nothing about what you did in college. We don't care. You're not going to have that wiggle room. So at some point, you got to learn how to work, and you got to learn how to lead, and you got to learn how to be a trailblazer of all of these things. And again, this NIL world is uncharted water. This is all new. These are all new experiences. So we're seeing these young guys deal with it in real time. I just don't like the optics of it. And that's why a lot of the reason I opt out of not just participating and watching college basketball into March Madness as it is.
This is fair. Oh, yeah. How's that going to go? By the way, okay. So Boogie, he hits a three. He checks himself out of the game. I need to start paying better attention to the bench when he does this, so I can sort of get. By the way, the internet refers to him as DMP. So just so we're aware of sort of what his rep is turning into.
That's great.
Boogie, are you saying something to him?
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
I mean, for me, I'm definitely saying something as a teammate. Like I said, I had the pleasure of playing with a guy that knew he was going to be a number one pick in John Wall. And the way he approached every game, you would have thought this guy was never on the draft board. Coming into the season, this guy knew he was the number one pick. And he approached every game like it was his last. So if Darryn Peterson is my teammate, I'm absolutely saying something. Either you with us or you're not. Like, take that bullshit somewhere else, because I'm not happy with, the way you're handling this situation. Like I said, he's an individual with his own individual, situation, but it's also 12, 13, 14 other guys that are there trying to compete for a national championship, taking advantage of the opportunities that's in front of them. And I'm not saying anybody's situation is bigger than the next, but at the end of the day, everybody has to respect everybody's situation. And that's really my only issue in this entire thing. Like, you may not be on the same page with the coach. You may not be on the same page with the front office, whatever the case may be, but you at least got to be on the same page with the guys in the locker room. And if not that, it at least has to be some form of a mutual respect as far as what we bring to the game, the sacrifices, the blood, sweat, and tears, and et cetera, et cetera. And that's my only issue with all of this.
Yeah.
Chandler, I think he's going to be a cautionary tale if he doesn't figure this out.
I just don't like the negativity surrounding his name. He's too good. He's too talented. He's going to have a hell of a career. But enough with this bad energy around your name before you even make it. Like, stop.
Yeah.
And once again, I don't necessarily blame the kid. Like you said earlier, it's almost another Ace Bailey type situation. The representation is more entitled than the actual product. And that's the part that bothers me as well. Like, the representation is willing to put this negative rap on this kid's name or Ace Bailey's name just so they can benefit in the long run.
So you're digging a hole that you haven't even started yet.
Whoever's close to this kid, mother, father, big cousin, uncle, whatever.
No, he has an agent.
Well, who is this agent?
And that's what I'm trying to say. Make sure
he's got an agent, he's got a manager.
Real blood is protecting him from the business. Because sometimes business can put a negative spin on your name.
Now you're 18 years old, though, and you're dealing with agents and managers and financial advisors that are just fleecing you and doing it.
A kid, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's a
and
different world.
You're not gonna have this type of pool next year. Trust me.
Damn.
You're not gonna have this type of pool next year. So get used to just being your own man and trailblaze. Tell them, hey, y'all gotta back up. Y'all gotta let me go out there and prove who I am and show my worth. We already know he's a talented player. We know he's gonna be top 3 in this draft already. But go out there and show us. That's all. Just go out there and show us. So even if you don't agree with it, fight it. Just fight it. Simple and plain.
Yeah.
Fight your agent, Wasserman. He's got his own problems. We're going to take a quick
your
break.
Agent works for you. You don't work for your agent.
Sometimes that gets lost. I swear to God. Quick break. We'll run it back on the other side.